Hey everybody, it's John Madel with another episode of the Porch Show. I'm not on the porch because it is Friday rush hour and it's very loud. I think I live in the loudest neighborhood possibly in Cincinnati. At any time of the day, you can see 10-year-olds on all-terrain vehicles going down the street, people with chainsaws in their garage. If it's a nice day, if the weather's nice, everyone in the neighborhood decides to cut their lawn at the same time. So when I'm on the porch and, maybe want a little peace and quiet, there's 20 lawnmowers going on at the same time. So in my neighborhood, like when the weather gets warmer, you get a lot of, they're always men in big pickup trucks. They decide to take their shirt off. I guess this is like a thing. They drive without their shirt on, and then I wake up in the morning and for some reason there's beer cans in my front yard. So that's always fun to clean up when the weather gets warmer. That's how I can tell the weather's getting nicer. Dudes without their shirts on, driving their trucks with loud music, 20 lawnmowers at the same time, and beer cans in my front yard. So that's what happens in my neighborhood. But anyway, I've been kind of I've been corresponding with a nonprofit organization called 1in5.org. The number 1, the letter N, and the number 5.org. And they're going to do a video feature of me in the second week of May. I'm going to be talking about my mental illness experiences. I don't know if we're going to talk about my books, or I'm not exactly sure yet since it's a month and a half away. I'm sure I'll get some sort of questionnaire or prompt or something. So definitely look for that. All the videos I've seen have been high school and college age girls kind of talking about their struggles. So maybe they were happy to have a 36-year-old man with almost 12 years under my belt now since my first diagnosis of, they call it bipolar 1 with psychotic features, which just basically means that I went through psychosis when I was first diagnosed, which is, I'm not sure the exact definition, but it's a total break from reality. So all sorts of crazy stuff happened to me, and you can read about it in my books. So I'm a little nervous. I'm excited to share my story. I saw one of their videos got like over 3,000 views, so that would be great if that many people heard my story. This episode of the Porch Show is brought to you by Gold Bond. Never leave home without it. So I don't even know if there's anyone tuning in, but I'm willing to take some ideas. I'm trying to think of stories that aren't too awful that I can tell. Well, I was telling my brother this today, actually. One of my buddies and I skipped high school one day, and we were smoking some weed out of a pipe, and we smelled this like really weird smell. We couldn't figure out what it was. So all of a sudden we see my friend's pants are on fire, like right in the crotch. And he's driving. So we're like trying to put out this fire while he's driving, while we're smoking. And it burned a hole in his pants about the size of a dinner plate. So, we're actually laughing about it. And then when we were done smoking, we went to Taco Bell. And luckily he had boxers on under his pants. But we went to Taco Bell. He's got this gaping hole in his crotch. And we proceeded to eat Taco Bell. So, let's see. I couldn't think of any good songs to sing. I really didn't feel like reading any of my poetry because my poetry can be found in my books. I just wanted to get on here because I haven't done a video in a while. So I told a short story. I guess, well, I'm glad my number one fan just tuned in. Officer Randy Reynolds. He freaks me out a little bit when he drives past because he's usually in a cop car, and I don't know. I'm a little paranoid when cops are around my house, but I'm never doing anything wrong. I guess it's just a conditioned response through the years. But anyway, thanks to Randy for protecting us. He's actually my brother's girlfriend's nephew, I think. And we played baseball when we were growing up together and went to Moeller High School together. So there's that. I've always wondered if Randy shows these videos to other cops on the porch, or on the porch, on the force. And he's like, yeah, here's this crazy guy I know. He's always on the porch drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes. And I wonder if it's like a thing at the police station. But one of my favorite things to do, which I might get a chance to do tomorrow, is sit on my porch, drink coffee, and watch it snow. And it's usually pretty quiet because there's not a lot of cars on the road, unlike rush hour on Friday like it is right now. That's why I had to do this video in my room. I heard a joke today. I can't take credit for it, but I think it's like called bad jokes or dad jokes or something. But so the joke goes, I ate a clock yesterday. It was so time consuming. And if this were a higher budget video, I'd get a rim shot. But I'm not famous enough or rich enough yet, so you're stuck with me on these little weird videos. I'm trying to think if I have any props or anything, or let's see. This is kind of cool. This is called, I don't know if you can see this. This is called a church key beer bottle opener. My grandpa left it when he passed away. I never got to meet him, so I used to carry it around on my keychain. Not really to open beers, but to for good luck and as a sentimental type thing. So, if I'm looking for guests for the show, if you want to be a guest, let me know. You just have to be funny or interesting, or maybe have something to promote. If you want to play a musical instrument, that's a bonus. I've only had one musical guest so far. It's low budget, so I'm not going to be able to pay you for your work, but you get all this exposure on Facebook, so there's that. I have my own YouTube channel called The Porch Show. It's free to subscribe. It's free to look at the videos. So you should go ahead and do that. I have copies of both my books for sale right now for $10 each. One is my life story called Millions Like Me, My Struggle with Mental Illness. And the other book is called Poems from a Bipolar Mind, which is strictly a book of poetry, but I kind of explain where my mind was at when I wrote them. And I've been told I'm pretty good, so, you know, $10, it's not that much, so maybe you want to take a chance and read something new that someone you know wrote. But anyway, that'll be all for now. I'll try to maybe pick out a song next time, or I don't know, maybe figure out a musical number I can dance to. But thanks for tuning in. Until next time, see you later.